What is up, guys? DJ Rick Webb here, and like promised, this is going to be me answering all the questions that you guys left on the 1,000 subscriber giveaway. If you didn't see yet, our winner is Brandon G. He did respond to me, and he will be getting his prize as soon as I get around to shipping it out to him. Let's get into the questions. First off, I'd like to say that a lot of these questions can be answered by the how I became a DJ video. You can click up here to watch that. But for just a little specifics, I started DJing my freshman year of high school was when I first got into it, and you'll see on the video, my video talks about it, but I first started DJing around the age of 15, and I became a full-on pro about 3 years later. That's when I actually started doing weddings and went full-on with the business. My music comes from the LLC I work for currently. Before that, I downloaded everything based on iTunes, and so that's how that works. If you guys are wondering, this light's coming from my laptop. We don't know what we do. I don't use monitor speakers just because it's a little bit of a hassle to set up more speakers than what is necessary for mobile gigs. And so I just use my headphones to listen to monitor speaker. That's how I learned, just use headphones. If I butcher any of you guys' names, I'm sorry, but Shambaria, EV speakers, I actually do love EV speakers. They sound really good, and they are definitely coming out with some really kick butt stuff, especially the EKX line. That stuff is incredible. Definitely looking into getting the EKX series as an upgrade from the PRX series potentially. Luke Butcher, when I first started out DJing, I got most of my gigs through word of mouth and also through advertisements on my Facebook page, links in the description below. But I currently now work for a company, a group of DJs. We're just a big pool group of DJs. I think we have 5 now, 5 or 6. And we have booking agents and ladies that get us gigs accordingly from the company. James Freeman, yes, I do have a way to download songs and play them live on set at gigs if I have internet, which I use my phone hotspot for internet. I use Content Unlimited through Virtual DJ, which is a $10 a month subscription, and it gives you access to their millions of libraries of songs, their own pool of music, and you can live play those songs, stream them from the internet in Virtual DJ, which is very helpful in a pinch when you don't have a very specific. Kelvin Shipper, the hardest genre of music to definitely DJ for me is country. DJ Powertone, gotta give a shout out to him. DJ Powertone, go check out his channel. I'll link it in the description below. He's a cool dude, making some good content for all you DJs. But if you're looking into getting into more high-def lighting, I highly recommend going with Show Express. It is very easy to learn, and there are a crap ton of tutorials here on YouTube. You don't necessarily need someone in DJ Powertone to run the lighting separate from you. I prefer to. It's less stress on me. I can focus on just purely the music and reading the crowd. So I normally try to have someone there. But for smaller gigs, I normally can do it. I just have certain scenes picked out in the lighting, and I just change them up every song or so. Multiple people asked this question. DJ Mikey Mike was one, and Jake Craven was another. The favorite type of gigs that I like to do right now are probably high school dances, but only certain high school. DJ Flash, passive versus active. I use all powered. I prefer powered. The amps are matched to the speakers perfectly. I don't have to worry about that. But definitely you can get more out of a passive system if you set it up correctly. Brian Wright, I'll get into lighting in a separate video. We can get into a lot of detail on how to set up lighting properly. Sakajar, I really don't find time to practice DJing anymore, except for now, because I'm finally on break, so I finally have time to practice my DJ skill. Invert Online, the moment I realized I had a passion and wanted to do DJing was when my dad told me that there was no way I could make money at doing DJing. Regulio 2, my favorite speaker, the one that I own, would probably be the 712, the PRX 712s, with, if you consider subwoofers, by far the favorite speaker I've ever bought is the 715 XLF subwoofers. Those are by far my favorite thing I've ever bought. My favorite speakers out there, let's just consider powered speakers, ones that I can actually afford down the line and use it all the gigs I do. JBL PRX 815s and EV EKX, I don't know what their numbering is, the 15-inch model. Michael O, I recommend that you start advertising on Facebook if you're not advertising on Facebook. I got so many gigs from Facebook. Facebook is huge for advertising businesses right now. My favorite gig I have done so far is probably the Cambridge High School homecoming this year. Bicycat 1, no, DJing is not my full-time job. I do DJ about, currently, I would say 4 to 8 gigs a month right now. But I am a full-time engineering student, which was also another question that someone asked, is what my major is. I'm a mechanical engineering student at Ohio University. And another question that's been asked multiple times is, how do I balance DJing and school? I have no idea. And the question should be rephrased, how do I balance YouTube, DJing, school, family, internship? It's a lot. Do I see myself switching over to Serato? A few people have asked this question. I don't think so. I've spent the money on Virtual DJ. I've spent a lot of money to get the full pro version of Virtual DJ, and I've learned the system completely, and I have tried Serato multiple times via friends, other DJs that have Serato, and I just, like, they seem so similar to me. It's like, why would I switch over to a system that's similar but has the buttons in a different place that I gotta learn? So I don't see myself switching over to Serato anytime soon. DJ Dudsa, I think that's how you pronounce that. What is my #1 tip to newer DJs? Don't worry about lighting. Don't worry about lighting. Spend your money and get quality sound gear first. Perry Hunton, the cheapest and best route I would say for start off DJ speakers would be to look into Mackie speakers. The Mackie 15-inch speakers, the lowest model they have runs around $350 a speaker. Sounds like a lot right now, but it will probably be one of the best investments you'll ever make. Lab SL, this is a very creative question you have here. He asked if I ever considered starting an Ohio tour to all the colleges with me and a bunch of DJs that I know, just basically doing a DJ tour to all the colleges. This would be a great idea, and I would love to do it if it is money-wise feasible. If we can get sponsors, like if we can get a bunch of companies to sponsor this tour and make it worthwhile for all the DJs in our group, because we're gonna have a bunch of travel expenses, and speakers aren't easy to transport to places, so insurance on all those speakers, because parties get out of control and stuff breaks. So if we can get all the money and sponsors in place for that, that'd be an awesome idea. Rados Vlogs. Speakers are definitely speakers. Sound system is definitely way more important than lighting. Josh Bahar. Do I want to do DJing as a full-time career? And that answer is yes. If I could do DJing as a full-time career and make enough money to completely be fine in life, I would do it 100%. And I'm kind of at a tipping scale right now where it is feasible. Where do I buy my DJing stuff? Amazon. For the most part, I buy everything on Amazon. With the exception of speakers. I buy all my speakers through the JBL vendors that I have connections with, so I get a better deal. Which actually, most of the time, isn't much cheaper than Amazon. Elijah Litchfuse. I'm sorry, that's a hard name to pronounce. But what is better, renting or buying? It depends on what you plan on using it for and how much you plan on using it. Do you plan on using it at every gig or just once in a while? Like for me, speakers, I use them pretty much all the time. But hazers and fog machines, I rarely ever use unless it's like a high school gig or a middle school, so I rent those. Do a cost analysis of how much it costs, how much maintenance costs on it, what if it breaks, stuff like that, and figure out if it's worth it. How many gigs have I done all together? Sam YOLO? I couldn't even begin to tell you. It's way over 100. Maybe probably way over 200. Probably way over 300, if I be honest. 5-star DJ service wanted to know what is my favorite genre of music to play and my favorite genre to listen to, BPM, all kinds of stuff like that. Favorite music to play and DJ to is anything in the 120s to 140s range of BPM, hip-hop, rap, and 90s, 2000s throwback sort of music, hip-hop and rap from that era. Favorite genre of music to listen to? Currently, I don't think there's a genre for it yet. It's like the Chainsmokers, Marshmello. It's not like EDM, it's not full-on EDM. It's kind of like a lighter mix of pop and EDM. So that kind of music. I really like listening to that right now. Philip Claus, I do have an upfront fee that people have to do, and everything has to be paid in full before the gig starts. TEX4DR, how do I handle the obnoxious partygoers who want to hear that song and this song, or the people that leave drinks on my tables? Preferably it's more drinks on my subwoofers. For the most part, I don't care if people leave drinks on my subwoofers. It's not a big deal unless they spill. And even if they do spill, the Duraflex coating on these, they're really durable. I really try not to worry about it. I try to just stay focused on what I'm doing. Most people don't even try to leave them on my table, because that's like, even if you try. The bigger thing is when they walk up with the glass and they're in their hand over top of your equipment, you're like, put the glass down, keep it away from my laptop, away from my controller. I know a couple DJs where that's gone terribly wrong. But the ones that would hear the songs and like they have to hear this song, it depends. If it's a good song, I'll be like, I'm gonna play it, I'll play it later, this is when I'm gonna play it. For the most part, the answer that works the best for me is I'll see if I have it and I'll see if I can put it on later. And most of the time, they just walk away and they're like, okay. DYRT Road Entertainment. Smoking is not really, I don't see it too much of an issue with the DJs in our area anymore, but I do know what you're talking about, as the DJs do leave and smoke, and I think that is definitely a trend that's being phased out. Ryland Child, my biggest pet peeve while DJing is people that think that my facade is a straight up handrail that they can hold on to and help them stay completely stable. That's probably my #1 pet peeve. Dylan DJ, yes, I do have pictures from my first gig right here. This is my first gig setup. John Wood, budget and strategy for marketing is use Facebook and social media and free platforms to the maximum to advertise. Just to let you guys in on an insider, because this has been a big question, is how you market yourself and everything. Before I joined the LLC that does all my marketing for me, now I don't have to worry about it. I did all my marketing through Facebook for free. That is, I posted on my Facebook page regularly, and I also posted in area groups that I found in my local area. Like, there's a lot of buy and sell groups in a lot of areas, and you can post on those groups. It's, hey, wedding Facebook advertisement. There's all kinds of groups and stuff, so look for groups in your area to post your page content, and then build your Facebook page, so that way you can build some sort of a reputation and brand in your area. Those are probably the best ways to minimize cost because it's free, and to build yourself a brand in your area. Blue, my favorite color is blue. MRAD, and there are a couple other people asked this. Have I ever DJ'd any clubs? No, I haven't DJ'd any clubs specifically. I have DJ'd a few bars here and there, a couple in Athens, a couple back home here. And the strategy in those bars, and the same applies to clubs, is it doesn't matter if you're a good DJ or not. Well, I mean, it kind of does matter if you're having a good time. But what really matters is how many people can you get in those doors, and how many people can you get to keep staying in those doors and buying drinks and making the bar/club money. DJ experience, if you gave me $1 million, what would I do to my DJ setup? And what would I buy? What would I improve? One, all these speakers would be gone, and it would be all SRX series speakers. 2, I would have a complete VRX rig. 3, buy a whole entire trussing rig as well. 4, hire a full-time person to do all of my lighting for me. And I would have a lot more moving heads. I would just hire, basically, I want a crew that sets up all my equipment too. Fish guy, to be a pro DJ, I would say you have to be at least able to drive, obviously. But I think if you're at least able to drive and you actually can perform, you have decent equipment, and you actually can perform and DJ properly and have a good entertainment to yourself, I think you can be considered a pro DJ. I'm gonna butcher this name. Vic Hataiwari. He wanted to ask how to read the crowd and what music should be played. So the best way to read the crowd, because it's really hard to like tell people how to read crowds, but mostly the whole point of reading a crowd is being able to look out at the crowd and figure out what the age group is. And then based off your age group, you want to play the music that you think they would have been listening to in their high school to college years. So say you look out and you figure out that the group is around 40 or 50 years old currently, you want to play music from about 20 to 30 years ago, if that makes sense. You want to play music that most people are most inclined to, music that they grew up with in their late high school years and college years. That's when the music is most stuck with an individual. Alright, this is going to be the last question, and it comes from Michael K. It's a very good question. How do you think your viewers view your videos, and what is your biggest question to your viewers? I don't know how my viewers do view me. I hope you guys view me as a young, very up-and-coming DJ, working to get better every day, and a very, very busy person. What is the biggest question I have for my viewers? The biggest question I have for my viewers is, what do you guys want to see on this? What do you want to see on this YouTube channel? The whole entire goal of this YouTube channel is to make everyone else better and to share my experiences with you guys to help everyone and encourage young DJs and to make the whole entire DJ community better in some way. Let me know in the comments below, what videos do you guys want to see? What do you want to know? And I'll be sure to make videos now that I'm on winter break, specifically tailored to those. Alright guys, that's all for all the questions. If I didn't get to your guys' question, I'm sorry. Leave any questions that you have to know, you want to know in the comments below. I respond to every comment on every video if it's question oriented. I'm sure you guys that have done that before have noticed that. Anyways guys, again, thank you guys so much for hitting 1,000 subscribers, and we are really, really close to almost hitting 2,000 subscribers now. It's not too far away. Anyways guys, my name is DJ Rick Webb. Keep them records spinning, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.